I reread books I've already read, and I rewatch movies and shows I've already watched. Because while the story remains the same, I have changed, and my new life experiences allow me to enjoy and appreciate the same material in a new light, to understand the story from a whole new perspective, and pick up on nuances I've missed before. I'm raising a library kid, and every night while we read together, I get more out of her books than she does. Kinda like how it feels watching Pixar movies as an adult. This month, I got to be the mystery reader at my kids' kindergarten class, and I thought I could tell you about the book I read them while making the best vegan brownies I've ever had. It has tofu in it. The Cloud Spinner. There once was a boy who could weave cloth from the clouds. He had a spinning wheel and a loom on top of a hill, and as the clouds passed, he would spin them into thread, and as he worked, he sang a simple tune his mother had taught him. Enough is enough, and not one stitch more. He spun just enough thread and wove just enough cloth for 2 scarves, one of white to protect him from the sun, and another of crimson and gold, warm as chestnuts, for when it was cold. One chilly day, the king notices the boy's scarf in the market and demands for a much longer one to be made for him, for he is king. But the boy says, "It would not be wise to have a long scarf made from this cloth. Your Majesty does not need it." But the king gets angry and orders the boy to make it just the same. So the boy spins and weaves day and night and makes the king his long, long scarf made of clouds, soft as a mouse's touch and warm as roasted chestnuts. The king is overjoyed and orders the boy to make him a cloak and dresses galore for the queen and the princess. The boy refuses, but the angry king orders him just the same. So the boy goes home and he spins and spins until it gets harder and harder, for there were fewer and fewer clouds in the sky. And while he worked, he sang sadly, "Enough is enough, and not one stitch more." The king is delighted and declares that there is no other king as magnificent and wise as he. The queen agrees, but the princess stays silent, for she sees that day by day, as they wore their glorious clothes, not one drop of rain fell from the sky. The villagers plead with their king, for their animals were thirsty and their crops were dying. But the king turns them all out, saying, "Why are you mourning to me? There is nothing I can do." That evening, the princess quietly slips out of the palace, carrying all the clothes made from the clouds, and takes them back to the boy. She asks him, "Is it too late to undo what's been done?" The boy smiles and replies, "There is still time." He then unravels the threads back into the sky, and they both watch as the clouds float away. The next morning, the king and the queen cannot find their marvelous clothes, but outside, the villagers rejoice, dancing in the rain. And the princess, with a smile as bright as a rainbow, stands on top of the hill singing, "Enough is enough, and not one stitch more." The end.